I'm finally gonna go through a little bit of my sourdough recipe. It's nothing crazy, nothing like, it's just one that I've started using and do a lot of, so I thought I'd show it to you and go from there. As you can see, we're still working on renovations, backsplash and hood range still to come, but you know. So I do all of everything by weight. And I'm gonna do a 4 batch because that's just kind of what I have set up and what I did for sourdough starter. So I always just do my starter first, and for 4 loaves I do 320 grams of sourdough starter. So I'll put that in, reset my scale, and then I do like 1,075 of water. This is adjusted a little bit depending on the flour I'm using. I'm using like an all-purpose red fife, so it is like it's whole grain sifted, and I find it needs a little bit more than if you're just using like a white unbleached flour. So usually I'll dump those 2 things in, and then I will just like do a quick little mix around with my spatula. And then my flour, which I do 1,600 grams. So we'll just load it in. Over to my mixer. And I'll bring you over here, because it might be a little bit easier to see. Maybe. So I know there are probably a ton of opinions and ways that people start with their mixer. I always start on low speed, and I always leave my tension arm loose, and I actually hold it while it starts, because I feel like then it helps me identify, like once it starts mixing, then I feel like it's at a good spot, and then I'll let it finish coming together. Some people set it right away. I just find I have better luck doing it that way. And I'll just let it run for a moment so it's kind of like partially mixed. And then I'm gonna leave it. And then I'm gonna come back over here and just measure my salt. And my salt is 36. And that's too much. Got excited. Still a little too much. All right, now we're good. And I'll let that sit for about 25 minutes, and then we'll come and add our salt. Okay, so after the 20 minutes, I usually turn it back on. So I know a common thing that people have said is like that you have to manage your Ankarsrum, which I don't always understand that one, but I guess like, I mean, the Ankarsrum Original Assistant. So it's an assistant doing all the hard work for me, but I still have to manage it. So I can't just walk away from it and expect that like nothing could happen. Like sometimes there's a bit of dough that might creep up your roller, so every now and then I do have to stop it and I just push it back down and then turn it back on to keep going. Sometimes you can do it while it's still running, but I just think it's important that people understand you still gotta watch in the kitchen. It's not a robot, it's not an automated system. It is just kneading the dough more efficiently and less work on my hands. So once I think my dough's done, which usually is about 8 minutes, I will scrape the dough knife off, let that soak, and then if you pull toward you to loosen, pull it up, then your arm can go there, and then just clean off your roller, which stuff comes off pretty, I mean, depending on the dough, but I don't think it doesn't stay on very easily. You've got the notches again in your scraper if you choose to use the one that comes with the unit. And then you're good to go. So I'm happy with my dough. So I'll just put my cover on, and then I usually do 2 processes of stretch and fold about a half an hour apart. I'm not crazy structured, so that's an ish. So yeah, I'll show you that, and we'll go from there. Okay, my stretch and fold, I usually get my hand wet, and I just the bowl ends up being okay. So my indication of when I know my dough is kind of ready is it pushes my lid up. So it has risen lovely. And to me, that is happy. So now I'll pour it out and shape it into 4 loaves. Add a little flour.
And now it's you hold it on your hand. Then you turn it off. Yes, okay. And then
Okay, I got distracted with the boys, so I pre-shaped them, shaped them, and now just gonna put them on my 4. I just use like shower cap things, reuse them a whole lot of times. So I'm gonna throw them on, and then I'll just put them in the fridge and cook them in the morning.